So I'll say that here, guys. Let's do this again. Lesson, what is it? 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. World History A. Thank you for joining. Office hours are there. Pacing, we are this unit, October 2nd to October 20th. So we got 3 weeks. So you guys know about 3 to 4 lessons a week. I just finished point 4, so we're going to jump into point 5, Alexander the Great and the Macedonian Empire. Right, here we go. Corre se va. And we begin. Vocabulary for here is Hellenistic, referring to anything that is Greek. Anytime you hear anything Hellen or Hellenistic, referring to the Greeks. So what are we looking for at here? Turn off this music. In 345 BC, we get the start of the Macedonian Empire, the reign of Alexander. Alexander was a young king. He pretty much conquers the known world in 30 years. It's crazy. In 331 BC, Alexander defeats Darius. And then in 315, Alexander dies. 19th depiction of Alexander's death. They say he was poisoned. We really don't know. Sorry about that. Quick phone call I needed to take. Anyways, let's move on. Alexander. Oh, Hamilton there going on. So the Macedonians inhabited the region north of the Balkan Peninsula. Think of Greece, right above it is Macedonia. They were not Greek. They were related, nor related to the Greeks. They had their own way of life, spoke their own language. For this reason, the Greeks considered Macedonians barbaric and incapable of achieving the level of sophistication. However, the Greeks were quick to acknowledge their military capabilities. They were great horsemen, wonderful horsemen. Why is not loading here? All right. So let this refresh when I come back to you guys. And I should have stopped my timer too. There we go. Again, so Hellenistic, anything Greek, Alexander the Great. We know that. In 359 BC, Philip II took the throne of Macedonia. He expanded his kingdom. Philip conquered most of Greek. Sparta did not challenge, but were allies the Persians could not ignore. Philip gathered Greek support to attack Persia. However, before he could mount an attack, he was assassinated in 336 BC. They killed him, right? Assassinated. I wonder what was here. Why it's not noted. King Philip's son, Alexander the Great, assumed not only his throne, but his ambition to expand Macedonia out of the Aegean. He was only 20 when he became king, but he traveled with his father and learned his military tactics. Right. His private tutor was Aristotle, right? So Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Alexander the Great. Because of Alexander's conquest of the known world, we get a lot of this spreading of this Hellenistic culture, this Greek culture. Aristotle taught Alexander the Greek way of thinking. However, Alexander named it Macedonian. He used his knowledge of Greek culture to control city-states and utilize their fleets. It was with Macedonian troops Alexander overran Asia Minor and defeated King Darius III. There's a movie, Alexander the Great. It's a really good one, and it shows this. Alexander pressed on, dismantling Persian control, and he marched towards the Mediterranean. When he reached Egypt, he was hailed as the son of a Greek god Zeus and celebrated as the liberator. He found the city of Alexandria in the Nile Delta. As he goes around, he keeps on building these Alexandria cities. The neat thing about these cities, each of them had a library, knowledge. Thank you, because now we know about the past. A few of them survived. As a matter of fact, how many Alexandria libraries? I'm pretty sure I spelled libraries wrong. Okay. Does practically none of them remain today, but there are pieces of them. Right, these Alexandrian libraries. Anyways, the decisive battle of King Darius III occurred near the Tigris River, Mesopotamia. In 331 BC, Alexander's 45,000 troops were small in number compared to Darius's 1 million troops plus 20,000 Greek hoplites. Unlike Darius' army, Alexander's army was well trained and determined to gain glory. There's an account there. With the Persian army finally defeated, Alexander looted the capital cities of the empire and declared himself the great king. Not finished with his campaign to conquer the world, he set out again with his troops in 326. He marched eastwards towards India. Hoplites fought fiercely. Alexander's rule as far as the Indus River. But Romans historians describe Alexander's troops would advance no more. They were tired. Like, hey, we're tired of fighting. Let's go back home. Unable to motivate his armies to move further, Alexander returned to Babylon. After drinking heavily, he fell sick with a fever and did not recover. What caused the fever is not certain. Alexander was only 32 when he died. Wow. The legacy of Alexander. At his death, he did not have an heir. He let this fighting control the Macedonian Empire. By 270, it was divided. 3 territories that fell into these families. What do we got? So, turn off this music. These are the Alexander the Great and his conquered area. Ptolemy in Egypt, Seleucus in Persia, and Antigonus in Greece and Asia Minor. Like Alexander, Macedonian rulers had distinct appreciation for Greek culture. Again, anything Hellenistic would be Greek. The Empire of Alexander is the known world, literally. Let me change color because they're using that color. Here's Greece and Macedonia. This is Europe, right? Into North Africa, Egypt, and then all the way to India. He actually wanted to keep on going to the Great Sea as he was told, but he, died and did not end up making it. But still, like Alexander, wow, Alexander, just wow. After his death, it was separated into 3 separate kingdoms: Asia Minor, Egypt, and Persia. We have 10 questions. The spread of Hellenistic culture. Ooh. I don't think we ever spoke about the Carthaginians and the Romans. That comes actually later. The period reflected a mixture of Greek culture with cultures with the East. Oh, okay, sure. Who was a great military leader who remained undefeated in battle? Another one there. What is the known age of his death? What is known of his death? He drank and he died, and etc. You owe me some there. Best of luck to you. Let me know how you're doing. Email me. I've been sending out mass emails. You need me, you know where I'm at. Au revoir.